I'm joined today here with my colleagues and land border duty-free shop owners and operators. Chris Foster from Queenston Lewiston, land border duty-free. Tanya Lee, who runs and owns and operates the Blue Water Bridge in Sarnia, land border duty-free. And Philippe Bichon from Phillipsburg, land border duty-free, and they're board members of the association as well. So good morning. We're here today because of what is happening at the Canadian-U.S. border. We are seeing a sharp and sustained decline in cross-border travel by Canadians, with significant drops across multiple regions and corridors. This is not just a shift in tourism patterns. It is something we are feeling in real time across our businesses and in all the communities we operate in across Canada. Land border duty-free stores are part of Canada's tourism and travel ecosystem. We are often the last Canadian touch point for travelers leaving the country, and we exist to capture spending that would otherwise occur immediately across the border in the United States. We represent 31 land border duty-free stores across the country. We are federally licensed, tightly controlled export businesses. Every sale is verified by the CBSA. Every transaction is an export. Our businesses have been operating successfully for more than 40 years, and were built specifically to compete with the United States. Right now, cross-border travel is down significantly. And at the same time, Canadians are being encouraged and even incentivized to stay home and travel within Canada. That is a changing behavior at the border and reducing traffic in a way that is directly affecting our businesses and also, and possibly more importantly, directly affecting the small border communities that depend on them across the country. But what is also happening is that our businesses are facing a structural imbalance that makes it harder for us to compete, particularly in an environment where every purchase decision matters more. And at its core, this is about fair treatment. We are competing directly and only with the U.S. retailers, but we are not operating under the same conditions. We are asking for the same treatment that already exists for other export channels in Canada so that we can compete on equal footing. We've been working constructively with the government on this, and we're still waiting for action. There is a clear understanding of how our channel operates, and we have put forward a targeted, practical solution that it aligns with existing policy and corrects asymmetrical treatment. This is not about changing the system. It is about applying it consistently and fairly. At the same time, the impact of the current environment is being felt on the ground, particularly in communities where we serve. I will turn it over to Tanya to speak to that.
Thank you, Barbara. Good morning. Our stores are a core part of many small border communities across Canada. In many locations, especially smaller and more remote crossings, our family-run small businesses are an integral part of local tourism economy and a steady source of employment. When travel declines at this level, the effect is immediate. We are seeing significant reductions in activity, particularly in the smaller locations where there is less ability to absorb that kind of change. At the same time, we are competing directly and only with U.S. retailers who are not operating under the same cost structure. I want to be clear. We are not asking for an advantage. We are asking for fair treatment so that we can do what we are designed to do, which is to keep Canadian dollars in Canada. The current drop in travel is a moment in time, but the competitive imbalance we are facing is ongoing. If that is not addressed, more spending will continue to shift outside of Canada, even as travel returns. What we are asking for is straightforward. Alignment with how other export channels are treated, a targeted adjustment that ensures our businesses can compete on equal footing and correct the asymmetrical treatment that currently exists today. So this is not just about competitiveness. It is about preserving a channel that supports tourism, generates Canadian revenue, sustains jobs, and anchors economic activity in border communities. With fair and consistent treatment, our businesses can do exactly what they were meant to do. I will now turn this over to Philippe.
Merci, Tania. Bonjour. Je vous remercie de nous donner l'occasion de faire entendre la réalité des commerces hors taxes frontaliers du Canada. Je représente une entreprise familiale québécoise qui exploite un commerce hors taxes à la frontière canado-américaine depuis plus de 35 ans. Comme tous les commerces hors taxes, nous sommes réglementés par le gouvernement fédéral et nous faisons partie intégrante de l'industrie canadienne du voyage et du tourisme. Depuis des décennies, nous contribuons à l'économie canadienne en créant des emplois, en attirant des visiteurs et en mettant en valeur des produits de fournisseurs canadiens auprès des voyageurs qui traversent la frontière. Cependant, la situation actuelle est extrêmement préoccupante. La diminution des déplacements transfrontaliers et les perturbations dans les échanges commerciaux exercent une pression considérable sur notre secteur. Pour plusieurs entreprises comme la nôtre, la viabilité à long terme est désormais en jeu. Malheureusement, nous avons déjà vu un commerce hors taxe fermer ses portes au Nouveau-Brunswick. Cette fermeture doit servir d'avertissement. Nous ne voulons pas voir d'autres entreprises familiales disparaître au Québec ou ailleurs au Canada. Dernièrement, nous avons eu des discussions positives avec le ministre des Finances et avec les représentants de l'Agence du revenu du Canada. Nous leur avons présenté des solutions concrètes qui permettraient d'assurer des conditions de concurrence plus équitables pour les commerces hors taxes canadiens. Aujourd'hui, nous demandons au ministre Champagne et au gouvernement fédéral d'agir rapidement. Nos entreprises ont besoin de mesures concrètes qui nous permettront de demeurer compétitives et de continuer à contribuer à l'économie canadienne. J'invite le ministre Champagne, en tant que ministre québécois et membre du cabinet canadien, à agir rapidement sur ces propositions. Notre demande est simple. Nous demandons un traitement équitable, merci, par rapport à nos homologues américains. Rien de plus, rien de moins. En soutenant les boutiques hors taxes terrestres canadiennes, vous soutenez des entreprises familiales, des emplois locaux, des fournisseurs canadiens et des communautés frontalières qui dépendent de cette activité économique. Merci. Barbara?
Merci, Philippe. Merci, Tanya. At this time, I'd like to open the floor to any questions, the media. Thank you.
Thank you. Merci. Oh, we have a question. GTR Magazine, please go ahead. We cannot hear you.
Hear me now?
Yes.
Good morning, Barbara, Tanya, FDFA team. Thank you so much for this information. I have a question about the reaction from the government based on your asks and requests. What are you hearing from them, and how is the communication from their side?
Thanks so much for the question. Listen, we've had a number of meetings, particularly meetings over the last couple of days. We've been speaking with senior officials. They say that they are working on it. We were hoping to see something in the spring economic update. Understand that there wasn't, but I mean, the fact of the matter is that we need action, and we're not seeing it yet. The situation is dire, and you know, it's dire, and it's about fairness. We're asking for fairness, and we haven't seen that action yet. So we're hoping that after our conversations over the last couple of days that we'll see that action, but to this point we haven't seen it. Do you have a follow-up, Hiba?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. My question was, how long can some of these smaller businesses continue like this? How much time do we have until, there's no more time left and there's nothing more we can do? So what's kind of like your hope? Like, do we have a year? Do we have a year and a half?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm going to turn it over to Tanya, who's our president and on the ground, just to answer that question.
Good morning, Hiba. Thanks for the question. We represent 31 stores across Canada, and some of these stores are in very remote locations. And, the traffic at these locations could be down 60 to 80%. And for these stores, they are not seeing the traffic, and they've reached a point where some have closed down, some are on the brink of closing down, and others are really holding on or just working there themselves without employees. And unfortunately, in these small border towns, these employment there is very hard. And when they start to lose jobs, it really means something. So, this could be, their runway is very short. Other stores could be down 30 or 40%. We do know as an industry, though, that this is a moment in time. This is the largest undefended border in the world. Travel will come back. There is existing travel that is crossing over. And what we are asking the government to do today is to recognize that what we are asking does not cost the government anything. We are asking for adjustments that can be done to make us more competitive with the U.S., to be able to sell better and more efficiently to the customers that we have today. This will help everyone from the remote stores out west and east to the stores in Ontario. And we are asking the government to do this. Border voices should be heard. We're small borders, but borders also should have a voice. Thank you, Hiba. Is there any follow-up on that?
No, thank you so much.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Merci. C'est ce qui m'a fait cette conférence de presse. This concludes the press conference.
Thank you.
Thanks.